You guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be headed to the Sunshine Coast, and that means we get to cross another ferry. Hang on tight and enjoy the adventures. Yep, and that was my thought on this whole situation. Not so much because of the water, And not so much even because I was on a boat, but because I was once again leaving the mainland and heading to an island. And I know even the locals around the Sunshine Coast don't consider it an island. But for me, if I have to take a ferry somewhere, you best believe it's an island. You see, for me growing up on the east side of Canada, in Newfoundland, it felt like I couldn't escape without a ferry or a plane. And for me, that makes me feel very secluded and trapped in a way, even. And I did not like that feeling of being in my home island. And I was hoping, that I wouldn't feel the same way coming to the Sunshine Coast. Seeing these doors open on the boat actually brought me a lot of excitement, and I was really hoping that coming to this island might actually change how I felt about going to an island in general. Because after all, I had everything going for me. I had all of you behind me, watching my videos in full support. Not to mention the great company I had sitting in my passenger seat. And then could I get a large 4 milk coffee? And with all of that in mind, I tried to keep an open mind on enjoying my time on this island. And also that after this island, I would be heading to Vancouver Island. So one way or another, I have to get used to being on an island. And after all, these islands are absolutely beautiful, with everything they have in store. From animals to beaches to waterfalls, as you all are about to see. I really enjoyed my time here on the Sunshine Coast. But, for whatever reason, I cut it short, a lot shorter than I had planned. But we will get to that in a minute. First, let's enjoy some time here on the Sunshine Coast, on the beautiful west side of Canada. Once arriving on the Sunshine Coast, Yana met up with a few of her friends who showed us a few local spots
that were absolutely beautiful. And I think you will all enjoy what is on the other side of these trees. And while they decided to go for a swim in this beautiful river, I found my own ways of entertaining myself and having fun. Huge thanks to her friend Carmen for showing us this beautiful spot and many more. This was just one of the spots that we adventured. You're about to see a few more. See, just because I don't swim doesn't mean I can't have fun in my own way.
That'd be a nice naked picture. There wasn't so many people around.
We ended up going to a few little events with her and her friends, but for whatever reason, I could not get out of my mind the anxiousness that I felt over my entire body. I tried playing it off as much as I could, but deep down, I felt like there was a tiny part of me that really just needed to be alone or didn't want to be where I was. And I didn't like that feeling at all. I wanted to really soak it in and enjoy the beauties of this island and all of the ones to come. After all, this is what many people dream of and talk about doing their entire lives. Waking up to the ocean and a beach right next to them is one thing even I have wanted for a very long time. But now that I was here, it didn't feel the way that I thought it would feel. So every day I would try and push down that feeling and suppress it as much as possible in hopes that I would truly start enjoying where I was. After all, it took a long time and a long drive to get here.
There was even a few moments, like this one, where I let Yana go and adventure on her own with her friends, in hopes to try and relax myself a little more, and hope to enjoy this island as much as I could. I should really stop calling it an island, but I mean, to me, that's just how it felt. Here is another little beauty of this island, or this area, however you want to call it, that I think you will all enjoy. This place I'm about to show you all is called Smugglers Hideaway, and it was absolutely beautiful and had a pretty cool historical background that dated back many, many years before my time. And if any of you have a chance to get to this area, I suggest you check it out because it was absolutely beautiful. And I'm not sure if it's a German thing or just because she can swim, but the water being so clear made her jump in every single water hole that we seen. But to be fair, I climbed on every rock that I could, so maybe it's just a personal preference. I don't know. But I can say I was not going in that water. And it wasn't only because I can't swim. For me, that water was way too cold. So like always, I just decided to get as close as I could and enjoy it from where I was. It does not say that.
The penis?
It's close enough to penis for me.
Listen, an I is an E in German. The penis contorta.
Penis colada is what I see.
Well, that says a lot about you.
That's how I read it, okay?
Well, listen, it's the shoreline. Short, up to 20 plus meters, often with a crooked trunk.
See?
Dark, scaly, or furrowed into plates. Needles in pairs, see photo. Seed cones, solid. 3 to 5 centimeters long, curved scales, brownish with sharp terminal spine.
Not all like that, okay, folks? Having her around definitely helped break up the tension I was feeling within myself. But it was time for me to finally head off on my own. So we decided to part ways for a little bit because I felt like I really needed some alone time. And I also wanted to head to Vancouver Island. So I punched it into my GPS and started heading that way. And as I was looking at the map, I quickly realized why they call this Sunshine Coast not an actual island. Because the ferry ride from there back to the mainland was a big difference from the mainland to Nanaimo. And I was quickly realizing that now I was finally going to an actual island. And I really didn't know how to feel about this. But I needed to do it for personal reasons. I needed to find a way that I can get over this feeling of anxiousness and nervousness. Maybe it was the fact that I was feeling finally alone after years. Even after living in a van as long as I have, it's been a long time since I've truly felt this alone. But regardless, I had no intentions of stopping now, and I just kept in my mind what I always say, to never give up on living life, because life truly is the most precious thing we have. I'm very grateful for all of the people that I was able to meet on the Sunshine Coast, and I will cherish that memory forever. But it was time to head off for my own alone adventure, and I look forward to bringing you all along on that adventure with me. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day, everybody.